मैं तो दिल्ली में रहता हूँ और रेडियो फीजी बहुत रेडियो फीजी रोज सुनता हूँ.
रेडियो FIJI 2 देश की धड़कन.
In the news tonight, Fijians advised against traveling to China's Hubei province. Fiji Hindi supported at regional conference.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Teva Lindua.
Leading the bulletin, the Fiji Airways men's sevens side has won both its matches on day one of the Hamilton Sevens. Fiji defeated Australia 19-12 in the last hour. Courageous defence led by young skipper Melinder Nalangi was the highlight of Fiji's win. Earlier today, Fiji beat Samoa 19-12. They will now play Argentina at 11:57 a.m. tomorrow. We will have more on the Hamilton Sevens in our sports news. The Health Ministry is advising Fijians to cancel any travel plans or abstain from traveling to China's Hubei province. This as the deadly coronavirus has killed 41 people in China and other countries as well. Josiah Nanunga reports Hubei province is the center of the outbreak and Fijians are being urged to remain extra cautious.
The Health Ministry staff are working closely with relevant authorities to prevent the deadly coronavirus from entering the country.
All these small areas, they provide the brain's trust and they run the task force at the moment. But it's so important that we are meeting on a regular basis and also touching base with one another, coordinating ourselves and making sure that we understand what our expectations are and how we will be able to run this.
The ministry in a statement says those traveling to Hubei province or other parts of China need to avoid visiting wet markets that sell live and dead animals out in the open space, avoid unprotected contact with live or wild farm animals, and avoid making contacts with persons with flu, to name a few. Chinese Embassy's Political Division Director Jia Bing Li is also urging people to refrain from making unnecessary travel to China.
We suggest that people, if they don't have any kind of urgent or necessary business, we suppose it's not good or it's a not good choice for them to go at the moment to the city of Wuhan.
Coronavirus is a newly discovered virus and there are still many questions to be answered, including where it came from, how severe disease it is, how easily it spreads among people, and who is at most risk of infection. The current information is that it spreads through droplets from coughing and close unprotected contact with infected person, for example, shaking hands. Jose Denunga, FBC News.
The Lambasa Town Council failed to file its 2014 financial statements on time. The finding from the Auditor General's Municipal Council's audit report was revealed during submissions made to the Standing Committee on Public Accounts in Lambasa last night. Eleanor Rangaivu reports.
According to the Local Government Act, all municipal councils must submit their accounts report by 31st May. The Auditor General's Municipal Council's audit for 2014 to 2017 found that the Lambasa Town Council failed to adhere to this.
There have been changes in accountants from 2014 to 2015, and we have previous issues in finances 2014. There have been changes of software from WinBiz to MYOB in 2014 March. This was seen as a challenge for the entire council. This is not offering excuses, but these are some of the methods.
A major contribution to the late submission of the Council's financial statements is the wrong entry of data in the MYOB software system.
But before I came in, the software was already installed and it took a lot of time for me to correct the data entry in the software. So this is the main reason it took so much time to present the correct financial statements from 2015 to 2017.
According to the Auditor General's report, the timely preparation of quality draft annual financial statements is a major issue which continues to exist and needs to be addressed by those charged with governance in the Council.
As PDF, we promise you that we will try to meet the deadline so that next time the accounts are made submitted.
The Auditor General has recommended that the Ministry of Local Government enforce the Local Government Act on the Council, and any non-compliance should be dealt with strictly. And special administrators and chief executive officers should take more accountability and ownership to ensure the timeline is met. Eleanor Turangaiviu, FBC News.
There are better days ahead for Australia and Fiji as the two countries' relationship continue to grow under the Vuvale Partnership. Australian High Commissioner to Fiji, John Feeks, acknowledged Fijians for their unwavering support in response to the wild bushfires during the Australia Day celebration at his residence last night. Josiah Nanunga reports.
More than 50 invited guests attending the Australia Day celebrations paid respect to the 32 people who died in the bushfire that is still burning in certain parts of the country.
Australia's Fijian diaspora has been in the thick of things, in the thick of the action, running fundraisers, providing meals to the emergency services, and serving as firefighters on the front line. And here in Fiji, I've been overwhelmed by the response. Prime Minister, we're deeply grateful to you and the Government of Fiji for sending the RFMF to assist in the recovery.
Foreign Affairs Ministry Chief of Protocol, Jonathan Tangibetu, says the outcome of the strong bond Fiji and Australia share can be seen in times of crisis.
Excellency, at a time when our region faces unprecedented challenges, especially as Australia battles the impacts of the widespread bushfires and as Fijians recover from the cyclones Sarai and Tino, we are pleased to see that in this time of great need, we are bearing witness to the powerful resilience and solidarity of the Pacific Spirit.
The High Commissioner has confirmed that over 3,000 homes have been destroyed and the number is sure to rise as the damage assessment continues. José Nanunga, FBC News.
For the first time, a regional Hindi conference was held in Fiji, and the first 3 speakers spoke in support of Fiji Hindi. This despite opposition to the decision by commercial radio station Mirchi FM to start using Fiji Hindi from the beginning of this year. Fiji Hindi is spoken and understood by all Indo-Fijians on a daily basis. Pranita Prakash reports.
One of the speakers at the regional conference concluded that formal Hindi has been getting very difficult for Indo-Fijians to understand for many decades now.
For Fiji Hindi, I would say it is a very good conversational language. It is our language. It is based on our soil. It is based in our hearts. So, for conversation that we use between us, between the E2K person and between Indians, it is very fine. But when you start looking at formal situations, then you have to have the standard Hindi. Standard Hindi can be simplified. It does not have to have huge words so that people do not understand.
Hindi scholar and teacher Nemani Bainivalu also agreed with the use of Fiji Hindi.
Fiji Hindi should be taught in all Itauke schools. Itauke run schools or the schools that have majority Itauke students. And pure Hindi should be taught in all Indo-Fijian or Indian schools.
Mirchi FM is a commercial radio station that targets a youth demographic. Hindi language academic Manisha Ramrakha also shared similar sentiments.
It's very, very important to keep alive this Fiji Hindi in Fiji, but at the conversational level, understand each other and they talk to the people and to get their feelings. But my point was this, at the study level, at the curriculum level, we should maintain the recognized Hindi, which in Hindi we say Manak Hindi.
Fiji Hindi is a language of our Girmitis, and they came from different regions of India, and to be able to converse, because they maintained Fiji Hindi, that is why we are able to understand each other.
Some speakers have also proposed that those who support formal Hindi should ensure that their children learn the language from religious and educational institutions. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Up ahead, municipal councils urge to update ratepayers' portfolio and new garbage truck for Lambasa Town Council. Details after the break.
Pula natang ko aprosan ngarse, ngor kraki. Do televizio na barong na radio FIJI 1 nandomo ibiti.
Radio FIJI 1 nandomo ibiti.
Teachers have been reminded of the immense role they play in unlocking children's potential to achieve greatness in school. The Prime Minister says teachers must embrace their role as they help in shaping the future leaders of our country. Tandulala reports.
Speaking to teachers and parents in Tailevu yesterday, the Prime Minister urged students and parents alike to continue their endless pursuit for a brighter future.
Each and every Fijian girl and boy has a greatness within them. And then education allows you to tap into that greatness and discover your true potential to create whatever life you want for yourself.
A resident from Namalata in Tailevu says the government has been providing opportunity to young Fijians and parents must ensure their children capitalizes on them.
The government has placed so much emphasis on the education of our children, and I think we should make good use of the provided opportunity to help better our future community.
The Prime Minister is encouraging students to pursue their career path without hesitation, and there are many programs available to assist them. Tandulala, FBC News.
Municipal councils are facing difficulty in reaching ratepayers as letters intending for them are not reaching on time. In many cases, these letters are ending up in the hands of those renting on the property of ratepayers. With over $33 million in town and city rate arrears until November last year, Minister Pramila Kumar believes most councils are unattentive. The minister is urging municipal councils to put their act together and update ratepayers' profiles, as in some cases it has been untouched for years.
There has been a high level of slackness within the municipal councils where they have not been aggressive enough to collect the rates. And if one asks them if they have all the details, particularly the change in address, they don't have. And sometimes the ratepayers rent out their property and they move out to some other place. Then the letters are sent to that property where the landlord is not even there.
The Lambasa Town Council will now be able to better manage waste following the procurement of a 9-ton garbage truck, compactor truck rather. The truck was acquired following over $221,000 assistance from the Japanese government. Eleanor Torangay View reports.
With an estimated population of 11,000, Lambasa Town is facing a lot of difficulties in accommodating the waste disposal demand. The procurement of this 9-ton garbage compactor truck will help provide for a cleaner and waste-free environment.
With the provision of a new 9-ton garbage compactor truck, I am confident that it will help address the difficulties faced by Lambasa Town Council.
The truck was handed over to Lambasa and Sausawa Special Administrator Doreen Robinson by the Councillor and Deputy Chief of Mission for the Embassy of Japan in Fiji.
So we now have a new and grand garbage compactor truck to match our new and grand beautification plans. I'm sure that these two items will journey well together, and I'm certain that in the coming months and years ahead, Lambasa Town will become cleaner and greener.
Funding for the truck comes under the Japanese government's Grant Assistance for Roots Human Security Projects program.
I hope that the garbage truck will be given due care and will serve the needs of the people of Lambasa Town for many years to come.
Previously, the Lambasa Town Council was hiring 2 5-ton garbage compactor trucks and 2 non-specialized open trucks for waste collection. Eleanor Torangay View, FBC News.
An earthquake rocked eastern Turkey this morning, killing at least 18 people and injuring hundreds while leaving several trapped in the wreckage of toppled buildings.
My name is Neha and I'm from Karavi, and Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Fiji men's seven side will have to beat Argentina tomorrow to qualify for the semi-final of the Hamilton Sevens, as both teams are unbeaten. Fiji defeated Australia in their second pool match, 1912. Earlier today, the national sevens side was tested by Samoa in their first pool match of the Hamilton Sevens. Fiji managed to hang on with a 1912 win. Fiji Sevens co-captain Jerry Tuwai has achieved another milestone in his career. Tuwai is now Fiji's all-time leading try scorer with 126 tries. The 30-year-old surpassed Nasoni Roko's 125 tries when he scored against Samoa. The Fijiana side started well at the Hamilton Sevens today after beating England, but the side had to play with 6 players for 9 minutes in the second match against China. The second leg of the Pele Garments Champion versus Champion series match between Lambasa and Ba tomorrow is crucial for both teams. This after last night's match at Churchill Park in Lautoka ended in a 0-0 draw. Here are the highlights.
A lovely one it is to Shiotama. He beats the offside and he slams it away out of play. Shantami for the Yamba side works his way. It's Mikatomi rather. In comes the header. Benjamin Totori then comes in forward. A good one it is to driving through. Mikatomi then following through. And Samuel Adrundru has opened the account for the Ba side here. A lovely bit of play. The referee saying no. It was a foul. Wears it in, pulls it in for Samuel Adrundru. Benjamin Totori turns and drives. Ashnil Raju lining up. It comes in with a shot, and Benaminio having to turn to tap it away. But Daryl Kakase from the far side looks for the cross in, following through. Malakai Rakula! And Malakai Rakula slams it over the crossbar.
The second champion versus champion match between Lambasa and Ba will be held at Ratu Rakombau Park in Osori tomorrow at 3 p.m. And you can watch the live commentary on Radio Fiji 2. A night of further upsets has rocked the Australian Open, with 15-year-old Coco Gauff dumping out the reigning champion Naomi Osaka in straight sets. It marks another step in a remarkable rise. Even she is struggling to comprehend. Cloudy conditions with some showers were experienced over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Isolated afternoon showers and isolated thunderstorms were experienced elsewhere. In the west, variable cloudiness with heavy showers this afternoon. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, a hot day with a mixture of sun and clouds. And up north, sun and clouds, a passing morning shower followed by a couple of soaking showers this afternoon. At sea, moderate southeast winds, moderate seas. For the tides, low tide will be at 12:45 a.m. with high tide at 7:06 a.m. Sunrise will be at 5:49. For tomorrow, cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern parts and the interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere, fine apart from afternoon or evening showers. Isolated thunderstorms possible. And looking further onto Sunday, expect much of the similar conditions. Recapping the main stories, Fijians advised against traveling to China's Hubei province. Fiji Hindi supported at regional conference, and standing committee hears Lambasa Town Council failed to submit financial report on time. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. To our poll question segment, this week we're asking, can the Fiji Sevens team win the World Series and the Olympic gold? Visit our FBC website to answer. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page, FBC News, or you can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply #FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe and good night.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.